Look at that. Let's look at some general stories of these chicks dying from plastic surgery first. Yeah, so let's just break some news, guys.
Tragedy at a South Florida plastic surgery clinic. A young woman dies after a popular procedure. The 28-year-old was there for a Brazilian butt lift, a procedure that's been linked to many problems before.
She can get it. Homegirl on the right. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, guys. I'd smash. I would totally smash. Look at that.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
Tonight, it's too early to know what caused the tragedy, but one family member says he knew the surgery was a bad idea. CBS 4's Amber Diaz is covering our top story live at that clinic in Southwest Miami-Dade. Amber?
Good evening to you both. Yes, and now we are right outside this clinic here. This is where a 28-year-old woman, such a beautiful woman, died on the operating table today. The family member we're talking about, we're referring to there, is actually a doctor himself and her grandfather. He says he was very upset and angry she wasn't properly informed of the risks.
My wife told me that Nia has the intention to have this type of surgery. I said, no, please, I don't want to even
Dios mío.
hear about it.
But then 24 hours later, his beautiful granddaughter and mother of three was dead. Danea Plasencia died Friday morning after undergoing a Brazilian butt lift at MIA Aesthetics. She was only 28 years old.
28.
And they called her and said, come get her from recovery. And then 10 minutes afterwards, they say, no, we're taking her to the hospital.
Her family says she suffered cardiac arrest.
Damn.
Their lives, as they knew it, had turned upside down.
She was just full of life, happy, vibrant, beautiful, and this was very unnecessary.
While we don't know what went wrong during surgery, family says the doctor said she was being moved from one table to another when she turned blue. They issued this statement. It reads in part, throughout our years of operations and thousands of procedures performed, this is the first and only fatality we have endured.
Yeah,
Our
right.
team is devastated by this tragedy and feels that each and every one of our patients is part of our family. Each of our surgeons is board certified or board eligible by the American Board of Plastic Surgery, and we are constantly evaluating our practices to ensure our patients receive the safest and best care. Despite these practices, serious surgery comes with the risk of rare, unintended, and tragic results.
They are not thoroughly being informed about the potential consequences.
Back out here live in Southwest Miami-Dade, it's worth noting paramedics tried reviving Danae before taking her to Baptist Hospital.
Look at that, guys. Cooked. Let's do another one.
It's become quite the fad. Skip the expensive surgeries and dental procedures here and get them done abroad for thousands less. For some, the surgery and recovery is seamless. But for one Charlotte woman, it nearly cost her her life.
What woman wouldn't want to look like $1 million on her wedding day? For one woman, hard work and self-control helped her lose 100 pounds.
I felt good in my clothes. I was down to, a size 7, 9, but I felt like my arms were I still looked like an overweight person.
She wanted to be like others she saw on Instagram and YouTube.
There it is, guys. I want to be like the chicks that I see on Instagram and YouTube. Look at that, you dunderhead. Look at that. Why are they so dumb, guys? Why? Why?
You stupid woman.
So she researched various surgeries to complete her look. The only problem? It cost her $18,000.
Definitely out of my price range for what I wanted to have.
What she wanted was a 360 liposuction, tummy tuck, and brachioplasty or an arm lift. The doctor in the Dominican Republic was $11,000 cheaper.
She went to the DR. Guys, clipping coupons for surgery? Seriously, guys? Come on.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Are you dumb? The one thing you don't want to clip coupons for is surgery. You morons! Why? Kevin Murray, what's up, dude? Pyro, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you down in Jamaica.
Bomboca!
Good to see you, man.
Was the ultimate all-inclusive. What did that all include?
For the $7,000, I got plane tickets, I got the place that I was going to stay, the surgeries payments.
Even her food. She flew to the Dominican Republic and that night had all 3 surgeries. Within 11 days, she was back home in Charlotte. It's when she got back, though, that she noticed something wasn't right.
Hey, guys, you know what? Let's pump the brakes here, okay? Lenny, Kevin, Steve, Pyro, Rage Eyes, Sleek 6. Guys, we aren't doctors, but can't we kind of figure out that having all those surgeries in one day and flying really soon after that is probably a bad idea, right, guys? I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm nowhere even close. Even I can tell you that that's a stupid idea. Are you serious?
The incision had like a little pimple. So I called the doctor like, hey, this looks like it might be infected. He just said, we took your drains out. That might be the fluid trying to leave your body.
It was leaving her body all right. Every time she stood up, fluids poured out. As the days passed, she and her doctor messaged on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
He told her to keep taking antibiotics.
Please, come on. Oh, yeah. Guys, what's she gonna do? Sue him? He's in the DR,
But things got worse. Her skin looked like it was melting off her abdomen. Finally, she went to the hospital.
She was already having fevers with low blood pressure. My biggest fear is that she waited a few hours or maybe even a day. She may not be around to tell her story.
Damn.
Dr. Theodore Miami, a board-certified plastic surgeon, knew she likely didn't have the money, but he donated his services to save her life.
What I had was MRSA, so it's very complicated.
Guys, she got MRSA. Damn, yeah, Sleek 6 said it. I'd rather do anything but exercise. Facts, yep.
It had spread through my body. It was basically eating me from the inside out.
We did a number of procedures that were local procedures. I lost count of how many we did.
Dr. Miami says patients should never price shop for medical care. And if you are going abroad to get surgery, have an exit plan.
What is the protocol to make sure that you're taken care of? That person should be connected with a board-certified plastic surgeon who has agreed in advance to take care of you should you have an issue.
Joseph Woodman.
Guys, someone that you can sue if something goes wrong, right? Guys, first of all, don't take the risk anyways. Guys, there's nothing about myself that I would fix. If I could just magically make myself probably have 20/20 vision, maybe. But guys, my astigmatism is so bad that if I try and get LASIK, there's a good chance that it'll make my vision worse. But other than that, dude, and there's no surgery that I would have. At least if something happens in the United States and they have to chop your arm off, you can sue the doctor. If it's someone from the DR, how are you going to sue them? Pyro, MRSA is multi-resistant staph. Yes, it's a staph infection, and it's hard to treat with anything. You got to use them with hardcore antibiotics. Mordecai over in Amsterdam. What's up, buddy?
CEO of Patients Beyond Borders made finding quality medical care abroad his career.
We try to keep people up to date on sites that we either have visited or that we know to be of excellent quality.
He says, as cliche as it sounds, do your research.
Make sure the chemistry is right. Make sure they respond quickly. Make sure they request medical records. And what we tell patients is you don't have to do it. Even when you get down there, if you don't like the way that clinic looks, walk away.
Nearly 3 years later, the woman we interviewed has healed both physically and mentally. Her scars, reminders that there are more important things in life.
I could have left my daughter without a mom. Just because.
Yeah, because you're an idiot, right, guys? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, here's another one, guys.
I have 40% of my body covered in scars now.
What was supposed to be a minor plastic surgery procedure turned into a major medical nightmare when a young woman became infected with flesh-eating bacteria.
In a 13 Investigates exclusive, Darcy Spears talks to the patient who says it was a combination of a doctor and a delayed response that nearly killed her.
23-year-old Ashley Cope.
She's 23 and she's not bad looking. Why are they so stupid, guys? Why? Why?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Tries not to dwell on the past, but when she's left alone with her thoughts, regret always creeps in.
You know, I go back to that day that I went and wish that I didn't go.
She went to VIP plastic surgery for what was supposed to be a simple fix of a complication from a previous breast enhancement. The result, far from simple.
I have 40% of my body covered in scars now, so that's what I got instead.
Well, there you go.
Just like a woman.
Guys, are your arms sore from playing violin? Guys, are they? Right? Come on. Clayton said, Lord have mercy on them.
Ashley is suing Dr. Christopher Corsandi for malpractice and neglect. Medical records cited in her lawsuit described the deformity she needed to fix. Matthew Hoffman is her lawyer.
She had what was referred to as a double bubble. It was a failed breast implant.
The implant on one side had slipped down. Dr. Corsandi, who put the breast implants in, recommended liposuction and a fat graft to fix the flaw.
It was going to be in his office, and it was going to be a minor procedure.
His office on Sunridge Heights in Henderson is not a surgical center.
He said that it didn't need to be in a center, that they do it all the time. So, of course, I trusted my doctor.
But shortly after the procedure on November 26, 2019, Ashley became violently ill, vomiting repeatedly and in severe pain.
I just still kept getting worse, more and more. The pain was just unbearable.
Ah, guys, look at her arm. You see that? Here, make it bigger. Guys, look at her arm. Look at that, guys. See that? See that? Damn, that's crazy. Look at that.
The pain was just unbearable.
According to the lawsuit, she was told to come see Corsandi the next day. He gave her nausea medication and liters of IV fluids, but she continued vomiting at his office.
I don't really remember much after that.
What happened after that made things worse, according to the lawsuit. Corsandi sent Ashley to the ER at Green Valley Ranch.
He called down there.
Yeah, Kevin's right. $10 a month for a gym membership, guys. Even Planet Fitness is better than plastic surgery, man. Seriously, you know.
For us,
okay,
and said that he would call down there for us so we can get in and get out as soon as possible.
The ER at Green Valley Ranch is an extension of Henderson Hospital, which is part of the Valley Health System.
She ends up at the ER at Green Valley. She's diagnosed as septic.
But she was in septic shock for a specific reason, which doctors failed to find, according to the lawsuit. It says there was no documented exam of her surgical site, the lower back where the liposuction was.
I realized it. I saw the marks on her first.
The marks of what turned out to be necrotizing fasciitis, also known as flesh-eating bacteria. The lawsuit says it most likely came from an unsterile environment or improperly sanitized equipment at VIP plastic surgery. With that rapidly devastating infection, every second of every minute of every hour matters because time equals flesh.
And she's held there for approximately 9 hours. 9 hours.
The extensive spread throughout Ashley's body resulted in multiple organ failure and eventually massive tissue loss.
Many in the community don't realize that these freestanding clinics are a captive extension of the hospital they're affiliated with.
That's a big concern for attorney Matthew Hoffman. He points out that the ER at Green Valley Ranch is just 1 mile away from St. Rose Hospital, but 8 miles from Henderson Hospital, where Ashley was sent, despite there being no available beds in the intensive care unit.
And so we have questions as to why. When a mile up the road is a full-fledged hospital with a burn unit, they could treat flesh-eating bacteria. And from what we've seen, they weren't even contacted.
Damn.
The lawsuit alleges that
He's gonna get paid, guys.
may be a violation of federal law, the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act. In addition to Dr. Khorsandi, medical staff at the ER at Green Valley Ranch and Henderson Hospital, as well as the facilities themselves, are named in the lawsuit and charged with failure to provide proper and timely care and treatment.
If you can't stabilize or admit a patient, you have
because it simply wasn't equipped to and timely in addressing unique medical issues, adding, "We extend our sympathy for the patient's situation and our hope for her full recovery." The lawsuit says Ashley never should have been sent to Henderson Hospital because it simply wasn't equipped to care for her.
I mean, they said that it's a possibility she wouldn't make it.
Yeah, she almost died, guys. And for what? Vanity?
That's kind of where they were leading us.
If she did survive,
they told me she would lose all her limbs. I can't even believe that was considered medical care. It was horrible.
When did you realize you had to take matters into your own hands?
When they gave up on her.
The Cope family was determined to get Ashley out of Henderson Hospital and finally succeeded with help from an out-of-state family member who had a personal connection at UMC. They sent a trauma team to transfer her with an operating room on standby.
I woke up at UMC. I knew that something was wrong, but I didn't know exactly what. I didn't expect it to be that bad. It looked like I had gotten attacked by like a shark.
Ashley would spend the next 4 months in a UMC hospital bed, undergoing therapy and countless surgeries.
Those 4 months didn't just feel like 4 months. Felt like years in there.
And it's still not over.
I still have to go and get the procedure done that Dr. Khorsandi originally started that caused the infection. It didn't get fixed.
She also still has more surgeries in her future to deal with the scarring and nerve damage, which keeps her in constant pain.
Well, this is the smallest scar I have. I have 40% of my body that look like that as well.
Ah, look at that.
You know, and it's hard because I'm like 23. I should be going out, starting my future career and reaching new milestones that all my other friends are capable of meeting. And unfortunately, that's not my case.
Ashley's case is one of several ongoing malpractice actions against Dr. Khorsandi. 13 Investigates discovered he's being sued for severely burning a patient's abdomen with a laser during liposuction and for wrongful death in the case of a 46-year-old woman. She went to him for surgery on her nose, eyelids, and eyebrows, and liposuction on her face and neck. She died the next day. Both cases.
Guys, this guy, man, you guys go in and to see him, and it's homeboy's got a friggin' hammer and a chisel, dude, straight up.
Are set for trial next year. Khorsandi's attorney said the health and well-being of his patients is paramount, but he's been advised not to talk about anything due to
Please. We'll look at a couple more cases. Look at this.
Welcome back. Well, the family of a Tennessee mother who lost her life after undergoing a popular plastic surgery procedure in Miami is suing the surgical center and the doctor who performed the operation.
And it's a case the NBC6 investigators have been following for years now. Miriam Masihi has the latest.
33-year-old Erica Russell, a mother of 5, left her home in Tennessee in 2021 to travel to Miami for a Brazilian butt lift, or BBL, the plastic surgery procedure that has one of the highest.
Guys, this chick needs a freaking exorcism, not a BBL. Guys, she needs holy water, not a BBL.
Mortality rates.
Like many folks and across the country, come to Florida and seek to have these plastic surgery procedures.
Russell had the popular plastic surgery at Seduction Cosmetic Center on Southwest 8th Street. State records show her surgeon, Dr. John Sampson, entered the operating room at about 6:32 that morning and performed 6 other surgeries before Russell's procedure, which began at about 8:31 in the evening.
By the time he got around to our client after 8:30 at night, he was on his now 7th procedure of the day.
Damn.
According to her autopsy, Russell died of a fat emboli and internal bleeding after the doctor perforated organs during the liposuction portion of the surgery and then injected fat too deep into her buttocks, hitting the muscle.
So guys, he stabbed her in her organs with the fat removal wand. Yeah, Sleek 6. It's vanity. It's all it is. You know?
Something that was prohibited by law after studies conducted by the American Society of Plastic Surgeons showed it was the cause of most BBL deaths.
We know that they went across the plane, the muscle plane that they're not supposed to go across, which dramatically increases the risk of exactly what happened here. She effectively bled to death along with having this emboli, that fatty emboli.
Russell's family is now suing Seduction Cosmetic Center and Dr. Sampson, alleging, among other things, that the center should not have let the doctor perform.
Guys, the only benefit to this is that this happened in the United States and her family can sue. Because she could have been extra dumb and gone to the DR or gone to Turkey and they couldn't even sue. Yeah, Reza, yep. It's medically assisted self-deletion at this point. And yeah, Josh, you are correct. There's a lot of Transformers getting this surgery too.
An unsafe number of procedures in a single day, especially since state records had him as the designated physician for the center and not as a surgeon who would be performing BBLs.
Wow.
Doctor, if you could just tell me, were you pressured to do that many surgeries in one day? During a medical board hearing in 2022, Dr. Sampson would not answer that question. He ended up accepting a settlement from the state that prohibits him from doing BBLs again.
Frankly, people expect better care in the United States of America in these procedures, and it's care they're just not getting, unfortunately, at a lot of these facilities in Miami-Dade and Broward.
When asked about the lawsuit filed by Russell's family, Dr. Sampson's legal representative told us he was unable to comment on active litigation. A letter his previous attorney sent to the state says the doctor is understandably upset by what happened in this case, that he has performed over 10,000 liposuction procedures and approximately 7,500 BBLs in his practice, and this is the first time he has had any significant complication from either of these procedures, much less a patient death.